Well, everyone, it's happened. Team Fortress 2 has damn near broken me. I've been trying to ignore things for the longest time and hoping that things will get better with some manner of content update, or patches, or anything at this point. Unfortunately, my patience has run out. I'm taking a hiatus from Team Fortress 2. That is, if I'm not just outright done with it. I was endeavoring to make another video where instead of 20 matches, I was tracking 100 to see how much of a state Team Fortress 2's matchmaking is in. Granted, a few of the metrics are highly subjective, but I know I'm not alone in stating that backfilling is unpleasant to deal with, hackers and script kiddies are rampant, and the lack of significant content updates is frustrating to longtime fans. Unfortunately, I couldn't even make it halfway through the necessary number of matches for the statistics tracking before I was overrun with frustration. Of 100 matches that I was going to play and track, I only got to 29. Of the 29, I was thrown into 22 matches that were already underway. 12 of them had hackers, aimbots, or script kiddies. Let that sink in. Of almost 30 matches, more than a third of them had some asshat, or a program created by an asshat, trying to ruin someone else's game. I'll give credit on one aspect. The community has gotten phenomenal at kicking these people really quickly. But that leads me to another point. The community should not need to be so paranoid and skillful when it comes to removing these things. And paranoid is a very apt word. I don't consider myself as amazing, but I was on a sniping streak the other day, and apropos of nothing, I had 2 or 3 bots that had been in the server, and someone suspected me, and a kick was initiated, and I was unanimously kicked off almost immediately because I was just having a good streak. I don't begrudge the community for being paranoid. I resent Valve for allowing the player base to descend into the state, and for taking no significant action against the people that are doing it. Getting back to the stats, I played 29 matches tracking hackers, backfills, matches that were obscenely one-sided, and instances of auto-balance that ultimately did nothing in the long run. Of the 29, I had 1 that would have been considered good with no interruptions and no irritations. 1. Out of almost 30. You can imagine how this would build up frustration as I played. That being said, I've had enough. I don't have fun playing this game anymore. More often than not, I was just doing it to kill time and have been programmed in to automatically go into this game as my time killer. I may come back and play a game if a friend wants me to play with them, but I'm not going to be playing this thing of my own volition unless Valve fixes one of several things. And if you've seen my content, you already know most of what's coming. 1. The rampancy of hackers, bots, and other maladjusted individuals needs to be dealt with, and there needs to be some consequences for people that engage in such behavior. 2. Matchmaking needs to be majorly revamped so that matches will be regularly composed with players of similar skill level. 3. Tweak or remove auto-balance so that crews that go into matches together don't get ripped apart so that you can feign making a game fair just by having equal numbers on both sides regardless of people's capability to actually play. 4. Allowed spectating, demo recording, and several other features that were removed for no good reason. 5. Get rid of crits. 6. Valve, the community has made content for you. They've done your work. Update the weapons and map roster already. 7. Speaking of the community, why not just surrender most of the game and its future updates to an organized, cohesive organization composed of community members? They're obviously a hell of a lot more interested in keeping this thing alive than you are. 8. This last one's a minor one, but it happens often enough, almost every single match, where I feel it should be addressed. Fix the glitch where cosmetics are constantly removed from your loadouts. With all the emphasis you've placed on cosmetics in this game, you'd think you want to have some stability with how your stuff looks, when that's one of the main incentives for monetization these days. There's probably several other points I could bring up, but I'm just going to end on this note. I loved Team Fortress 2. Now it does nothing but frustrate. I've sunk over 5,000 hours, and God knows how many dollars by now. The best case I can look at this game is that I'm taking a break. I will return if something is done. If not, then I've had a good run. I've been playing Apex Legends, and I've been having a hell of a lot more fun with that over the past few weeks than I've had in Team Fortress 2 over several months. The ball's in Valve's court. Let's see what they do with it.